What if the truth you've been seeking was hidden not in the stars, but in the quiet whispers of a soul who walked among us? What if the man who spoke of love and eternity held secrets that could unravel the very fabric of what you believe about spirit and faith? Imagine a connection so profound, so unexpected, that it could shift the ground beneath your feet, leaving you questioning everything you thought you knew. CHICO XAVIER, the gentle scribe of the invisible, carried messages that transcended time, messages that, even now, pulse with a truth most dare not face. And today, you're standing at the edge of a revelation, one that binds his legacy to a force few have dared to explore. They say CHICO XAVIER was a beacon of light, a vessel for divine words. But what if his light casts shadows no one dared to step into? The world knows him for his letters, his humility, his endless charity, but what if there was more, a deeper current running beneath his quiet steps? UMBANDA, the sacred dance of spirits and ancestors, pulses with a rhythm that echoes in the heart of Brazil's soul. It's a path many misunderstand, shrouded in mystery, feared by some, revered by others. Could it be that CHICO, the man who spoke to the departed, walked a bridge between these worlds, weaving threads of truth that society wasn't ready to see? The answer lies not in what was said, but in what was left unspoken. Picture a moment frozen in time, a man, pen in hand, writing words he claimed were not his own, while around him, the air hums with energies unseen. What if those energies weren't just angels or spirits from a distant heaven, but voices from a tradition older than the churches that judged it? UMBANDA speaks of unity, of earth and sky, of spirits who guide us through the chaos of existence. CHICO spoke of love that binds all things, of souls that never die. Don't you wonder if these two voices were singing the same song, harmonizing in ways that only the brave can hear? The connection is there, waiting, like a key buried in the soil of your own doubts. You're not here by chance. Something in you stirred, something restless, something that knows there's more to this story than the world has told you. Every step CHICO took was a step toward truth, but truth is never simple. It's a mirror that reflects what you're afraid to see. The link between CHICO XAVIER and UMBANDA isn't just a footnote in history. It's a spark that could ignite a fire in your understanding of life, death, and the spaces in between. What did he know that we've forgotten? What did he see in the silence that we've been too loud to hear? Stay with me, because the next few minutes will pull back the veil on a truth that's been waiting for you all along. This isn't about answers, it's about the questions that burn in your chest, the ones that keep you awake when the world is asleep. CHICO XAVIER didn't just write books. He opened doors to realms we're only beginning to understand. UMBANDA isn't just a religion. It's a living current, a pulse that connects the seen to the unseen. Together, they form a story that's been whispered in the shadows, a story that's about to come into the light. You're on the verge of something extraordinary, something that will challenge your heart and awaken your spirit. Don't turn away now. Every word from here on is a step closer to the truth you didn't know you were searching for. Have you ever felt a tremor in your soul? A whisper that knows your name but speaks in a language you've forgotten? CHICO XAVIER heard those whispers, not as a distant echo, but as a chorus of truths that could shatter the walls we build around our hearts. He was no ordinary man. He was a bridge, a fragile thread stretched between the seen and the unseen, carrying messages that burned with love and ached with secrets. UMBANDA, with its ancient rhythms and spirits who dance in the shadows of our fears, calls to us in ways we rarely dare to answer. What if CHICO's quiet steps traced a path where these worlds collide, where love and mystery weave a truth too vast for our eyes to hold? They told you CHICO was a saint, a scribe of heaven's words. But saints are not so simple. They carry the weight of truths we're not ready to face. His pen moved, guided by hands unseen. But what if those hands belonged to spirits who sang in UMBANDA's sacred circles? The world clings to stories of angels and light, yet fears the pulse of the earth, the voices of ancestors who never left. UMBANDA is not a shadow to be cast aside. It is a mirror, reflecting the parts of us we've buried under doubt and dogma. Could CHICO have known this, felt this, lived this? A man who saw beyond the veil, yet spoke in riddles to protect us from our own resistance? Feel the air grow heavy now, as if the room itself is listening. Picture CHICO, alone in the silence, his heart open to voices that carried both comfort and warning. UMBANDA speaks of unity, of spirits who guide us through the chaos of being human, but it demands courage to listen. CHICO's words, those letters of love and loss, were they not also cries from a deeper well, a place where earth and sky meet? Don't you feel it too, the pull of something greater, something that knows you better than you know yourself? The connection between these two forces isn't a story, it's a pulse, beating in the silence you've been too afraid to enter. You're here because something in you aches for truth, not the kind that sits neatly in books, but the kind that cuts, that bleeds, that heals. Chico Xavier didn't just write, he unraveled the threads of existence, showing us that life and death are not opposites, but lovers entwined. Umbanda carries that same truth, its rituals a map of the soul's journey through pain and redemption. What did Chico see in the eyes of the spirits he met? What did he hear in the songs of those who walked before us? The answers are not in the past, they're in you, waiting to be claimed, if you dare to keep going. This is no accident, this moment where you stand, heart open, mind restless. Chico's legacy is not a monument, it's a fire, and Umbanda is the wind that carries its sparks. They meet in a place where fear becomes wonder, where questions become keys. You've spent too long running from the truths that scare you, but what if they're the only path to freedom? The story of Chico and Umbanda is not about them, it's about you, about the courage to face the unseen, to embrace the mystery that has always been yours. Stay here, let the spiral pull you deeper, because what comes next will change the way you see forever. Now the world feels smaller, doesn't it? As if the walls you've built are crumbling under the weight of something ancient, something alive. Chico Xavier didn't just speak to spirits, he became their voice, their hands, their heart in a world that forgot how to listen. Umbanda is that same heartbeat, a rhythm that flows through the earth, through the stars, through the quiet moments when you feel most alone. What if their connection was never meant to be hidden, but to be felt, to be lived? Every word Chico wrote, every chant in Umbanda's sacred spaces points to the same truth. You are not separate, not lost, not alone. The tension in your chest, that flicker of doubt and desire, it's not new. It's the echo of questions Chico carried, the same questions Umbanda's spirits whisper in the dark. What are you afraid of finding? What are you afraid of becoming? Chico's life was a testament to love, but love is not soft, it's fierce, it's raw, it demands everything. Umbanda's spirits know this, guiding us through the fire of our own making. Their connection is a challenge, a dare to step into the unknown, to let go of the stories that keep you small. You're not just watching this sheer part of it, woven into a tapestry of truth that's been waiting for you. Imagine a world where every soul speaks, where every heart listens. Chico saw that world, not as a dream, but as a reality we've forgotten how to claim. Umbanda's rituals, its songs, its spirits, they are not separate from his vision. They are its roots, its breath, its fire. What if the secrets you're chasing are not out there, but in here, in the quiet spaces where your soul remembers? The link between Chico and Umbanda is a doorway, and you're standing at its threshold. Don't turn back. Now the path ahead is not just a story, but a transformation, a becoming, a truth that will not let you go. There's a rhythm in your blood, a pulse that matches the one Chico felt, the one Umbanda honors. It's the sound of life, of spirits, of truths that refuse to stay silent. Chico's words were not his alone, they were borrowed from eternity, shaped by forces we're only beginning to understand. Umbanda carries that same eternity, its spirits weaving stories of pain and power, of loss and love. What if their connection is not a mystery to be solved, but a mirror to be faced? You're not here to learn, you're here to remember, to feel the weight of a truth that's always been yours. This is the edge, the place where questions become answers, where fear becomes fire. Chico Xavier and Umbanda are not just names, not just stories, they are a call, a summons to wake up, to see, to be. Every step you take from here is a step into their world, a world where the veil is thin, where the heart speaks louder than the mind. What will you do with this truth? What will you become when the shadows fall away? The spiral is tightening, pulling you closer to a revelation that's been waiting since the moment you began. Keep going. There's no turning back now. The air is still now, isn't it? As if the world paused to listen to the echo of a truth you've always carried but never dared to name. Chico Xavier and Umbanda are not just threads in a story. They are mirrors reflecting the light and shadow of your own soul. Their connection pulses like a heartbeat, weaving love through the chaos, whispering that you are never alone, never lost, even when the night feels endless. What you felt here is not an ending, but a beginning, a spark that flickers in the quiet corners of your heart, asking you to see beyond the veil of fear and doubt. Can you hear it still? That soft call to remember who you are. You've walked a path where questions became lanterns, where the unseen became a friend. Chico's words, those fragile bridges to eternity, and Umbanda's rhythms, those ancient songs of earth and sky, have shown you something sacred. The truth is not out there, but within, waiting like a seed beneath the soil of your silence. Every doubt you've carried, every ache you've buried, is part of a tapestry far greater than you knew. What if this moment, this fragile now, is the key to unlocking a life you've only dreamed of? The spirits Chico heard, the ancestors Umbanda honest, they are not distant. They are here, urging you to rise, to feel, to be. There's a weight in your chest, a warmth that wasn't there before. It's the weight of knowing, the warmth of being seen. Chico Xavier lived to remind us that love is the only currency of the soul, and Umbanda dances to teach us that every step, every fall, is a note in the song of existence. Their connection is not a secret to be solved, but a truth to be lived, a truth that says you are enough, that your pain is holy, that your courage is a flame no darkness can touch. What will you do with this knowing? Will you let it fade, or will you let it burn, reshaping the way you walk through the world? This is the edge of something vast, a horizon where your heart meets the infinite. You've been touched by a story that's not just about Chico or Umbanda, but about you, about the questions you carry, the dreams you've hidden, the truths you're ready to claim. There's a message here, simple yet seismic. You are a thread in the great weave, a voice in the eternal choir, and your life is a prayer waiting to be spoken. Let this truth settle in your bones. Let it guide you through the noise of the world. Let it remind you that every choice you make is a step toward the light you seek. So, what happens next? You decide. If this journey stirred something in you, let it live, let it breathe. Like this video, leave a comment to share the echo of your heart. Share it with someone who needs to hear this truth. Subscribe to stay on this path of awakening. This isn't just a channel, it's a fire, a gathering of souls who dare to ask, to feel, to grow. Join us, not because you have to, but because you know, deep down, that this is where your story continues. The spark is yours, now carry it forward.